The knife paused midair. The sound of oil popping in the pan felt too loud. I told my brother yes, she was home, and I meant it. I could see her reflection in the window, hair tied back, moving with practiced ease. Then my brother whispered the impossible. Another man, my wife, boarding his flight. Just then, the kitchen light flickered, and I understood the shape of my life had already changed. I did not shout. I did not drop the phone. I asked for the seat number, the destination, the man's jacket color. My voice stayed level. I watched her taste the sauce and smile to herself. I thanked my brother and ended the call. The knife came down. Chop, chop. Control is a habit you build long before you need it. We met when I still believed effort could outrun deceit. She laughed easily then. We built a house with shared calendars and Sunday rituals. Trust felt ordinary. That was the danger. Ordinary is where betrayal hides best. I loved her with a steady patience. I thought that made me safe. The signs arrived quietly. A phone face down. A new passcode. A sudden interest in travel. She learned a new perfume and claimed it was for herself. I noticed patterns because patterns are my work. I noticed gaps where there used to be truth. I told myself not to be paranoid. I told myself love deserves the benefit of the doubt. I was wrong, but not slow. The evidence did not scream. It waited. A receipt tucked behind a manual. A calendar invite renamed as a dentist. A shared cloud folder she forgot to remove me from. I saw flights booked twice. I saw a name repeated. I felt the ache and put it aside. Feelings can wait. Facts cannot. That night, while she slept beside me, I planned. Not revenge, justice. Revenge is loud. Justice is precise. I audited our life like a balance. Sheet, assets, liabilities, witnesses, leverage. I spoke to a lawyer under the cover of a business consult. I froze accounts she never checked. I documented everything. Screenshots, timelines, copies. I let her believe. I was blind. I learned the man's habits through his carelessness. He liked hotels with views and loyalty points. He paid with a card that sent alerts. I learned my wife's rhythm too. When she lied, she overexplained. When she cheated, she simplified. I let her. The plan unfolded without drama. I moved my salary. I updated beneficiaries. I set up a trust she did not know existed. I scheduled a medical exam and took photos of the results. Clean, healthy, calm. I arranged a dinner. With her parents weeks out, I booked a counselor for myself and paid in advance. I prepared my exit like a professional leaving a company. Quietly, completely. Then came the day my brother called. I stood in the kitchen and told her to pack lightly. I said my brother had a surprise. She smiled and kissed my cheek. I watched the door close behind her. I texted my brother to wait. Timing matters. I drove to the airport and parked where I could see arrivals and departures. When she walked past security with him, she laughed the way she used to with me. I took photos. Not many. Enough. I did not confront her. Confrontation wastes energy. I went home and set the table for two. She returned late, breathless with a story about delays. I nodded. I poured wine. I handed her an envelope. Inside were copies, flights, messages, photos, a printed summary, neat and numbered. I told her to read it twice. She tried to speak. I raised a finger. Silence has weight when you earn it. I told her the house was no longer ours. I told her the accounts she favored were empty by design. I told her her parents were expecting us for dinner tomorrow and that I would explain everything calmly. I told her the lawyer's name and the time of the appointment. I told her I had already filed. She cried. Then she pleaded. Then she tried anger. None of it moved me. The man she chose watched from the driveway, unsure, small. I opened the door and handed him a folder with his name on it. Hotel charges, messages, a note from his employers, code of conduct highlighted in yellow. I wished him a safe flight. When they left, the house felt lighter. Not empty, lighter. Weeks later, the fallout arrived like mail you know is coming. Apologies that asked for mercy. Accusations that asked for attention. I answered only what the court required. I kept my posture straight. I slept through the night. I am not proud of the pain I caused. I am proud of the clarity I kept. Betrayal tries to rewrite you as reckless. I refused. I rose without spectacle. I closed the door without slamming it. Justice does not need witnesses. It only needs truth and timing. I had both.